Hi there, it is Jo from Minerva, and today I am super excited because I'm bringing you a new base cloth from Minerva, which is a viscose and linen mix. Here's one of the fabrics made up. I've made New Look 6483, which is a shell top, a real keeper of a pattern. It's super easy to make, and I've chosen my favourite fabric to make this top in. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the fabric. I've got a few samples here to show you, and I'm going to pair them up with some patterns that are really suitable for sewing this type of fabric. If you love all the look of linen and the texture, but are put off by making things in linen because of the creasing, then the addition of viscose in this base cloth gives it an extra softness. And when you receive your fabric, you'll need to pre-wash it because there is about a 5% shrinkage, and also it will really soften up the fabric. So before I made my top, it's been pre-washed, so I get a real beautiful drape and softness. A linen viscose mix is a really good fabric for summer wear because it's light, it's got quite an open weave. You won't need to line these fabrics unless you choose one of the white background ones and you want to wear a slip under it, or you want to line parts of the top or parts of the skirt for coverage. But it is an opaque fabric and it has a beautiful weave which gives you that linen texture. I will give you some details as we go through, but the basic details of this fabric is that it is 55% linen and 45% viscose, which gives it the drape. It is 148 centimetres wide, and it's a non-stretch fabric, and it's got that open weave. It's classed as a medium weight fabric. The fabric prints are really vibrant and bright, but as you wash your fabric with this linen mix, you will get a sort of beautiful aging to your fabrics, and also the print design will age a little too. It suggests washing at 30 degrees, but we washed them at 40 degrees and they were absolutely fine. But you need to maybe test a little piece if you wash your clothes in a different way. Let's dive straight in and take a look at our new print range. So the first fabric is the one that I've used, which is a really vibrant floral print. You can see it's got quite a large print design, so you might need to do some either pattern matching or pattern placement. So you can see there's a large pink flower there and the large red one there. I've just offset this one, so I didn't want to have big flowers as sort of target points there. But if you offset it, you get like a whole piece of the design. It's beautiful and soft, but it's got a really nice open weave. It does fray a little, so I cut mine out with a pair of pinking shears. This is one of the ones with a larger print on, but there are ones with smaller prints. If you've got something with a large print, then you need something that doesn't cut into the design lines too much. And to showcase this large print, I would like to choose the Bonnie skirt from Style Arc. This is because it's a long skirt, it's a midi length, it's got buttons down the front, but you'll be able to keep most of those big floral patterns whole, and you'll only have your join along the centre front. You can either do a pattern match along the centre front, or you can just go for a really busy, vibrant print. Style Arc patterns have quite limited instructions, so they assume some sewing knowledge. If you've not used one before, you will get your pattern pieces and just really basic instructions, but they're very clear, they're very concise, and they absolutely get the job done. I particularly like this print. It's my favourite out of the batch because the background colour is not black. I don't wear black very often. It has a sort of really inky purpley navy blue, and that's a colour that I wear a lot, so I can match that up with trousers or the Bonnie skirt indeed at the bottom. You can also check out the Minerva Core range linen blends, so you get those in solid colours, so you can really co-ord our linen blend with our Minerva Core range linen blend fabrics to make a full outfit. The next fabric is a mono print, and you can see again we're on a large print here. And there is a tiger print and that sort of jungle theme, really beautiful. And quite a unisex fabric, I feel. Could really make a great fun men's shirt in this. Or if you like to wear black and white, then it's a real obvious choice. And the pattern that I've chosen is indeed a shirt pattern. It's New Look 6197, which is a unisex shirt pattern. Really great value pattern because you can make them for all of your family and all of your friends. It's a short sleeve shirt in that sort of Bermuda style, buttons down the front and a collar. And although the pattern is large, you can do a little bit of pattern matching if you like. So if you're getting a tiger's head, you might want to pattern match just that bit along the centre front. But the rest of it, you can just go crazy and allow the black and white print to add texture to your shirt. So that one is a perfect shirt fabric. My next fabric also has an animal print theme, but with bright colours, and I'm not a massive fan of animal prints that I wear myself, but I do like them when they're with a bright colour palette. So I am slightly drawn to this one. You can see if I put it up to me the scale of the print. So again, another large print, but there is a mixture in this batch of fabrics. And because of the drape, this fabric will take gathers really well, and linen takes gathers, 100% linen, but then when you sit down you get quite a crease along your crotch line. So this fabric has been folded and posted, and it's been in my sewing studio, and I'm just getting a little crease there, but I haven't pressed these before I'm showing them to you, so there's a real crease-free element to these fabrics. So talking of trousers, I'd like to choose a trouser pattern. This pattern is Daisy, again by Style Arc, so it's got that sort of loose fitting style, large pockets and a gathered waist, but because the fabric takes a really good gather, then gathered trousers look really sort of summery and light and easy to wear. I think this would make great trousers because it's got a large print, and you could pick out any of those colours to wear with a t-shirt, the New Look pattern on the top, and a couple of other top patterns which I'm going to show you later for some of the other fabrics. The next fabric is a favourite of mine. I have used it in our Viscose Chalet to make the Stevie dress by Tilly and the Buttons, which you could do with the linen blend. But today I have chosen a different pattern because this has got a sort of medium pattern size print. So let me show you the scale. Then I have chosen this Macaws pattern, Macaws 7946, which has some shirring detail, some elastic detail. So because the fabric is very soft, then you will get really good ruching and shirring across the waist, and you've got an elasticated sleeve on there. So you'll be able to see the full print on the skirt. So you'll get to see all of that on the skirt, but on the top you won't see the print so much because it'll all be gathered up, but you'll just get to see the full colour palette on the top, and then you'll see the full skirt pattern on the bottom. And I think that fabric is a really great pick for this pattern. Ideal for summer, really pretty, real feminine look, and you can really change your sizing quite easily with the elasticated feature, so you can make an alteration for your shoulder by simply changing the elastic. Not all the prints in this range are large print. This is a much smaller one with little hearts on. I really like this. It's really, really nice. It's sort of similar to the one that I'm wearing, which is, because I don't wear an animal print, I quite like one that's got that sort of look of small outline shapes. This one's a heart one. And so you can pick a pattern that has more seam lines because you're not cutting into such a large print. So the pattern that I've chosen is the Avid Seamstress Sundress. It's got a slightly fitted bodice with shoulder straps and the gathered waist. So you'll get the gather really nice and smooth from the fabric. And then you can cut into the top for the top panels without disturbing the pattern too much, and you'll get a beautiful drape for your skirt, but the fabric has a medium weight for the upper body. This is an indie pattern, so if you've not used this pattern range before, then you'll get a set of instructions written by the indie designer. We are back to florals. So this is a smaller floral with a black background. Really tightly packed florals, so your pattern matching can be a little bit looser on this style pattern because it's really, really busy. And I think it would make really good shirts and shirt dresses. So the patterns that I've chosen are a couple of shirt dresses. The first one is Macaws 7920, which is a shirt dress without a collar on. So if you're sort of a new to sewing, beginner sewer, or a confident beginner, you can find your centre front, put all the buttons on, have that full skirt, and you can take off the collar. So it's a really easy style, and you'll be able to get quite a swish on the skirt with this fabric. If you want the hem to stick out a little bit and get a bit more of a sort of vintage vibe, then you can use a horsehair braid hem on the hem. So because it's soft, your hemline will hang down and drape to a degree. So if you want a crisper hem, you can try a different hem finish. If you are happy with indie patterns and you've used style art patterns before, then you can also try style art Monty. I really love this pattern because it's great value. You can make the shirt dress or you can make a shirt, and I think this would be a great short shirt as well. And this one has the buttons and a yoke feature. There is a small collar on this one, so if you've not made collars before, this probably isn't the best pattern to learn how to make collars, because as I said before, style art patterns have that limited instruction and assumption that you've sewn one before. So if you would like one without a collar, go for the Macaws one, and if you've made a collar before and you're happy to follow collar instructions, then go for the Monty. The Monty has much more of a long line shape, so it's really free and easy, a real summer throw over. And in this fabric, you'll get a really nice cool finish because this fabric has really good sort of wicking qualities. So it wicks away moisture and keeps the heat out. So it's a perfect fabric for a shirt dress for summer. Here's another animal print. Again, I really like this one. It's a real subtle animal print. It's got that really nice indigo navy blue colour, which is a feature on the background of this one here. So it's a real similar colour. It's not a navy blue and it's not purple. It's a really nice inky colour. And again, look, the print is really small when you hold it up, so there's a good range of print sizes, and I think this would make an absolutely fabulous pair of Erin dungarees by Tilly and the Buttons. You could wear this with all sorts of different t-shirts. It's got a really nice sort of mustard fleck, a sagey green one, and a really pale coral, and of course the navy colour. So you can wear lots of different t-shirts underneath, and you'll get a really nice fall on the ties, so you won't get ties that are knotted and sticking out because there's such a beautiful drape on the fabric. You'll get really nice a sort of trouser fit. It'll be really loose fitting, wear with sandals and pumps. Absolutely perfect. Because the Erin dungarees are trousers, this is where the texture comes in. So you'll look like you're wearing heavier weight trousers than you are because you've got the texture of the fabric looking like a canvas, but it isn't a canvas. Obviously, it's this lighter weight linen viscose. So you'll get light, breathable trousers, but with the look of trousers. Perfect. This next fabric I have made in the viscose chalet. I must say the linen has a slightly lighter feel to the blue. The viscose chalet blue feels a little darker than this. So this one just has a slightly lighter touch, quite a large print. So this is perfect for making a jumpsuit because you'll have large pieces of your print on show. I've chosen Vogue 1645, which is a jumpsuit with a little wrap front on it. It's really clever. I've not made it before, but there's some superb examples on our website from Minerva Makers. There is the top, and then you've got your trousers, and then you've got this sort of apron that comes around that gives a really nice silhouette to the front. And if you make it in this, you'll have a really bright summery jumpsuit, but it'll just have that bit of class about it. Great for workwear. You'll be able to wear that to work and look smart, but still know that you're wearing a jumpsuit and comfy trousers. You could try other jumpsuits with this pattern, so you can search the hashtag jumpsuit and find the jumpsuit style that you really like and have a go at making a jumpsuit in this fabric because it's got such a lovely drape, perfect for that style of garment. Next fabric is inspired by Crazy Paving, little pebble path. And I have the Marlowe top in this, which I really like. I wear it a lot because I can wear lots of different colours with it. I have a pair of mustard trousers I wear with it. I wear it with jeans. And I actually wear it more in the autumn just because of the colour palette. But this fabric is really good for sort of trans-seasonal items, because although we've been suggesting summer things, if you've seen a print that you really liked in our viscose challis but thought, well, I want to make more of an autumn fabric item, then this is because it's a medium weight. If you line it, you get a really good weight fabric for making sort of autumn things or coming out of winter before sort of high spring. So it's a medium weight fabric, and it's really good for that sort of not high summer items, but if you line it, it's great for winter and autumn. So it's got that autumn palette. And I think this would be really fabulous if you use the Ethel set. So there's Ethel trousers and there's an Ethel top. And I think this would be a fabulous co-ord set. And again, like I suggested before, if you chose one of the fabrics for the top or the bottom, you could mix that with our Minerva core range linen blend or linen mix, where there's lots of solid colours, and you can make yourself a really fabulous matching set, top and bottom. You get a chance to fit the top. Say if you've got a larger bust or a smaller bust, you can make the top to fit you. If you've got narrow waist and wider hips, you can adjust the trousers, so you'll get a really well fitting outfit that looks really put together. If you've got colours from this palette matching your trouser colours, or you can go vice versa, go for the funky trousers and have a plain top, and you can use that plain top with other outfits. Really like that one. Perfect for the trousers and the top. I have saved a beautiful fabric till last. This one is Bee Garden, and it might take a little bit more cutting preparation because this print is directional. So you're going to be thinking about making sure that all your pattern pieces have the bees going the right way up. And because each bee sits in that diamond shape, you might also be thinking about how you're going to match up your diamonds or do some sort of pattern balancing so you haven't got any of these design lines sort of jarring. I have used it before for a dress. I used Atelier Jupe Cara dress, but you need something that doesn't have too many breaks in the print. So I've chosen a couple of dresses for the last choice, my last picks. This fabric presses like a dream. I mean, this hem was the quickest hem that I've ever done. I just put it under the iron, pressed it, and sewed it, and it's got such a crisp edge. So anything with a pleat or box pleats or knife pleats looks really, really fabulous. So the pattern that I've chosen is Simplicity 8910, and it's got lots of different versions. So you can have long billowing sleeves, which you'll achieve with this fabric. It's got pleats on the front here, so as long as you make sure that you just balance out where your bees are going to be, you can think about whether you want your bees under the pleat or over the pleat. And it's got quite a low scoop neckline on it. It's got quite a beautiful neckline if you wear necklaces, and there's a really long version so you can have it as a maxi dress. I mean, this bee fabric in a maxi dress would be just stunning because you would get to see all of the fabric print. If you prefer to sew from indie patterns, then you can try the Megan Nielsen Sudley dress. This has a couple of versions depending on how you like your neckline. So you can have it with a Peter Pan collar, or you can have it with like a little sort of farmer's tie drawstring front with a little keyhole. So you've got lots of different options there for a neck. You can make it as long as you want. It's got that gathered waist. All the dresses that I've shown today have featured that gathered waist because the fabric gathers so well. So last fabric, don't forget it's directional, so you may need to order slightly more fabric. And I've chosen two stunning dresses to use with this fabric. I hope I've shown you a range of garments there. We've got dungarees, trousers, tops, a men's shirt, shirts, skirts. It's really suitable fabric for lots of different garments, really easy to sew. Like I say, it presses really easily. You just use a normal universal needle and normal Gutterman polyester or sew thread. Because it's a new fabric, I haven't had a chance to make anything for myself yet. I made this morning so that I could show you how it sewed up, but I'm wearing a viscose blend from Minerva's website, which I'll link in the products below, and I've made the Lyra dress by Tilly and the Buttons because viscose and linen blend fabric really gathers well, and you get that sort of drape, but you get a winter dress that's got that texture, but it doesn't feel stiff, it feels really fluid. We can't wait for you to start sewing up this fabric, and we really want to see what you've been making. So if you make something with it, we would love to see it. So don't forget to have an account and show us what you've made. You can use the hashtag Minerva Exclusive Fabrics, and that will gather together all of the posts from this fabric. If you want to check out the patterns, they're all listed below over at Minerva's website, so you can go and see what other types of fabric people are using. If you saw a pattern that you really fancied but this isn't your fabric, you can go and see what other people have been sewing. I tried to think really carefully about the patterns that I chose today, not just summer patterns, because I think sometimes we can fall into the trap of just making lots and lots of summer dresses, but this fabric is perfect for those sort of summer trousers, gathers, where you can get a little bit of warmth by having gathers in your fabric. Also, if it's lined, that you would get a bit of transitional season wear from your garments that you make. We can't wait to see what you come up with our new linen and viscose blend, so do share your projects as soon as you can, because we really want to see what you've been making with our new fabric based cloth. Thank you very much for watching. Call again soon.